Hey, recording has started. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. At our first meeting, we don't have a ton to discuss, but there are a couple things that I want to make sure that we do cover and make sure that you know where to go if you have questions. So let's get rolling with the slideshow. All right. So I think everybody here has been involved with this long enough. Again, our purpose, we've got a couple new people this year, but they are not here. Again, I just want to make sure you get the information ahead of time. And if you have questions, you certainly can ask them of us. We'll get answers to you as quickly as possible. We're going to touch base on the website, the coordinator page, which has all been updated, but focusing mainly on the assessments that are in the field right now and what is coming up soon. So let's get rolling. First of all, again, our teammates, the team that is here at Central Office to support you, myself, Tim Peterson, Sarah Wallner, who is the assessment technician, Jamie Anderson, who is our program assistant and assessment person in training, Stacy Will, who supports student services, and Ben Kolash, who is on the multilingual education team. So we appreciate everybody's help and just wanted to let you know who we are. So as you know, there is an assessment, MMSD assessment webpage. There are two sides to it, the public side and the staff only side. The difference being that there's more information available on the staff only side. So when you click into for staff, you will definitely find more information available there. And the coordinator's assessment page, you do have an assessment page set up just for you. I am going to click that open right now, and I'll be sharing that. So this is the assessment coordinators page. On it, I will be linking the running agenda, will be the slide deck, our recording, and then also the transcripts and any summaries will be down here at the bottom. But more importantly, if you don't have this calendar linked, which has got all of the assessment windows for the year located in them, if you click on the plus symbol at the bottom of this calendar, it will add it to your Google Calendar, and then you'll get a ribbon across the top that will give you the different assessment windows. This particular one is specifically for the high school coordinators. All right, so, and if you can't find that, please let me know. We do have one screener in the field right now, and that is Achieve 3000. The window closes on Friday of this week. If there's any questions or concerns, I don't think there have been too many issues with Achieve at high schools. But if there are, let me know. It's important to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to use this tool and make sure that the students have that. And again, we're talking about grade 9 students. Okay, and let's move on. So coming up, not this coming week, but on the 7th of October will be the Fall Climate Survey. This will be for students and staff. It's approximately 4 weeks long. The window goes from the 7th of October through the 1st of November, so Friday the 1st. Again, as we have had in the past, students will get through their MMSD email. They will get an email inviting them to take the survey. The subject line will be, in carrots, important, your MMSD climate survey link. They will get that for the first time on Monday, October 7th. They will get if they have not completed it, they will get another email each Monday after that until the window is closed. So it will be the month of October. So if they can't find it, or they've deleted it, the following Monday will be a link, a brand new email for those who have not done the survey. There will also be moments in time that we will be letting everyone know what is the participation rate that you've got. Again, it is really a critical thing that you give students a chance to participate. Ideally, you would want a huge percentage of your students and staff to complete this. I'm not going to go and sit out any number. We've talked before about not chasing down students, but giving them at least, just a reminder that you haven't taken this, and for a second opportunity to be reminded of this. So they'll get emails. They may have a follow-up from you. But again, as it gets close to the close of the window, we will be letting you know what is your percentage of completion rate on this. And again, it would be really wonderful to get in the 70s, 80s%, which is a huge number. So the data from this is coming right back to you, and it's for use in things like the quarterly review of progress. It's for use for your SIP. And just as if you are working on any goals that involve student opinions, staff opinions, that would be a great place to get that data. Yes, the reminders will only go to those who have not finished. So if you log in and have not completed it, I believe you will still get a reminder. So it will just be those students who have completed it, that they're done. They won't see anything, and they won't get an automated email. Again, the system we're using is Qualtrics. It's the same survey system that we've been using for a number of years, and so it's typically the same process. If there are questions, if there are concerns, please let me know. And I am working directly with the survey team, the climate survey team, who happens to also be in our department. And I want to make sure that they would know immediately. So if there's anybody who's got questions or concerns, let me know. Here's one thing that comes up, especially with staff members. If a staff member is assigned to two schools, for instance, they might be 40% at your school and 40% at another school, or 50% at another school. The school that they are associated with per HR as their primary school, that is the school that they will get the climate survey link for. So if I've got school A, and that's where I'm associated with, even though I work at school B, I will only get the survey that will be pointed towards school A. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do. So if there is, again, if somebody has a strong feelings about the climate at school B, unfortunately, this will not be the tool to be able to do that. That's something that we've raised. We're looking at as a potential issue to resolve, but at this point, that's not going to happen. So again, they will be asked to respond to the school site that they are recognized with as being through HR. All right. I know some of you have been involved in the conversations around the PSAT, but I want to give you some updates. We'll also update you on advanced placement. So a couple things happening right now. Number one, the PSAT National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test will be at the Alliant Energy Center on the 29th of October, which is a Tuesday, and it starts at 9 a.m. Just a clarification so that you know, I'm going to also be letting other people who have been attending the meetings know that each school should set up the transportation based on the numbers of students that they finally get, and it will be the responsibility for each school to pay for buses. I do not have any budget for any of this. And so that's if you have questions about that, also just let me know. The advanced placement registration is open right now. And it will be open through October 20th this year. Now, one of the requests that we've had is that we that we should have a Spanish language version page so that families who speak Spanish or Spanish only are able to actually get this and understand the whole process better. So we have gotten that. So if you were to go onto the APTS web page for Madison Metropolitan School District, there is a place that you can click on a Spanish version of that. You'll get all of that. And then we're working with them to figure out how the best way is to support the actual fee payment page, which are two different things. So just want to let you know that we have that now in Spanish. Just a generalization that this year, all exams will be online to some extent. There will be no, in the past, AP exams like we've had, for instance, U.S. history always has been a pencil paper test. That will not be that way this year. Generally, we have math and science courses, and we can get specifics to you later. But we've been working with your AP coordinators as well on this. But math and science courses will have their free response section. There's the multiple choice section and free response. Because of the nature of those, and it's pretty hard to do calculus on a keyboard, the students will be having the question appear online, and they will be responding in a handwritten booklet. The language test, Spanish language, German, French, and music theory, those production languages, not the literature courses, will be as before. So there will be a CD component, there will be a recording component, etc. And then everything else, all will be completely online this year. Now we're working with our partner, Aligned Energy Center, to ensure that everything will be set. We're working with Tech Services right now, already outlining a plan to ensure that this is going to happen with a minimal or no issues at all. So just wanted to give you a heads up on a few things AP. All right, we also need to touch base on the ACT and pre-ACT Secure. In the past, we have had junior only day and 9th and 10th grade only day. We're going to put a little twist on that. My understanding is, in talking with Jay Affelt, that the calendar committee and everyone else has agreed that March 11th, which again is Tuesday, the ACT day, will be juniors only at school, and all other grades will have asynchronous learning plans going on. Likewise, April 15th, also a Tuesday, pre-ACT secure day, grade 9 and 10 at schools only. And then we've got the remaining grades will have an asynchronous learning day. That begins to address the issues of minutes of instruction so that there are no issues with that. Please know that the TAA site is open right now. So this is for the test accommodations. You can start uploading test accommodation requests right now for those students who have not had that done in the past. But keep in mind, because we're going online, I just want people to be clear in understanding that when an accommodation for time and a half is written into the IEP, that's what students will get. And they will, on the computer-based assessments at this point, it will be 1.5 times. So if it's normally an hour for a section of a test, they will get an hour and a half. You cannot make it go faster. You cannot say, well, I'm done, and it's 40 minutes into the test, and now you've got another 60 minutes or 50 minutes to go, you have to sit and wait until that timer is done. So I think if everyone has an understanding of that, again, accommodations, the expectations of what will happen in accommodated test rooms will be more along the lines of what actually is going to happen. So just something to keep in mind. If students need time and a half, absolutely give it to them. I don't want anybody shortchanged or feel like they're pressured and they can't do their best performance on this. So just wanted to let you know those couple things about the ACT.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
So the asynchronous days means that teachers are going to have to prepare lesson plans for kids to be asynchronous. And we don't have pure classrooms where if you're teaching juniors, everybody who's proctoring pre-ACT is teaching juniors and only juniors. Has it been cleared with MTI? Has there been some vetting on, we can still assign our staff to either one day or the other? And because obviously we're not going to be able to do anything that's PD related or anything like that if everyone is going to have responsibilities of doing something
Right.
curricular wise. But if they're having to create, prepare, and grade asynchronous work, that could present some kind of protest from teachers. I'm just worried.
No, I understand. And in my conversations with Jay, I believe that this has been discussed. I don't know if it's been discussed with MTI yet. It would make sense that it would be. However, I will bring this to him, and because I've got a couple other things I need to work through with him. So we'll make sure that is addressed. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that concern.
Yep.
Because it just won't happen in Memorial. It'll be everywhere. All right. The civics exam. We don't talk about this a whole lot because it kind of is off to the side running itself usually in history classes in 9th grade. But again, just I want to make sure that you know, just a reminder of what this is. It is a state mandated assessment that is it's the exact 100 questions from the U.S. citizenship test. Students will need a 65 in order to meet the requirement in order to receive a diploma. So it can happen anytime during their entire high school career. It cannot happen prior to that. So if students are in summer school as 8th graders or that transition between 8th and 9th grade, they cannot take the civics test during the summer. It has to be once they've matriculated to grade 9 and above. It can be taken as many times as needed. So if you need to take it 5 times, you take it 5 times in order to pass. Per the state legislature, any student with an IEP needs to attempt the test. If they respond to one question, they have met the requirements to pass the test. I always encourage students to try take the whole thing. So even if you take the test and you get a 40, you've done the test. So, and it is a multiple choice based test. Now, every time there is an election, so that's once every 2 years, we do put the civics exam on pause. This year, we'll pause it on Tuesday, November 5th. It's going to be, the rationale is that I don't want any students to be waking up the next morning on the 6th and say, oh, so-and-so was elected president. They're now the president. Well, that is not the case. It goes through the certification process, and it will be restarted once we've got the certification of that, and probably the inauguration as well. So once this new president is inaugurated, everything will be updated and will be back online. So that's about 2.5 months that we will be offline. But there are a lot of changes that are potentially in the works. So just know that that's the case. And so plan for that. I know that there are students who always graduate in January. Please, please, please double check and make sure that those students have met the requirement for the civics exam no later than November 1st. It just makes sense to be able to do that. So we've got a little over a month to be able to do that. So just so you're aware and they're aware, they will not be able to get their diploma until that requirement is completed. All right. Now, a couple things about questions. First of all, we have been asked to push on the kinds of requests that we get from schools. There is a school support request process that's in place that principals are supposed to be submitting if there's a request for something happening from central office. Usually what happens is that request comes into our department, someone in our department, and they look at it and say, well, who's the best person to support that request? It also helps our department come up with and identify real-time issues and needs so that we can push for better support for you. And it's really best used for things like we need to find out how all our students did on the ACT in reading. So data items, etc., that you want to get, and if you want to do like over the course of the past 6 years or something like that. If it's protocols, if you want someone to come and support you with data protocols or dashboards, those are the kinds of things that go to school support requests. However, our team is not abandoning you. We are here as we always have been, and we are going to be the best way you get technical support with assessments, pre-test, day of test, post-test, student level, class level, school level, etc. We are here, so I don't want you to mistake the fact that there are these school support requests. That's not coming from us. We are here to support you. We may, if the ask is a specific ask, we may say, sorry, but that's a school support request. We'll try and avoid that, but I just want to be clear about what is available to us and what we're being asked to do. So, and finally, how can you get a hold of us? Here is the assessment team, emails and phone numbers, and here is our supporting team members, Stacy and Ben, their emails. All right, so I'm going to stop here, and we're going to stop the recording.